and welcome to the latest Craftmania Sunday Showcase. I'm Jamie and I'm going to be your host today as I take you through some incredible sale offers. We've had a bit of a spring clean and I have over 100 items that we have reduced in our sale for you today. We did one of these a few weeks ago for a Christmas clearance and it was so popular and people have been requesting that we had sort of a clearance Sunday Showcase again. So here we are with everyday products, everyday themes, over 100 of them to tempt you with. Today you are going to want a pen and paper and I urge you to get in quick. Some of the items I'm going to show you today I've literally got 3s and 4s of, so please don't muck about. If you want it, get it while we've got it. But before I tease you with all of them goodies, I want to talk to you about last week's showcase. So last week we did some lovely cards and we offered you lot the chance to win one of them. This is just a selection of them. If you haven't watched last week's showcase, then we do still have the products. Of course, the offer has now ended because our offers are only valid for 1 week only. But there are some beautiful dies to be had and you can find them all on our website. You can also find them in the previous Sunday Showcase tab on the website, and we have got a few in stock as well and more coming in store, so you can have a look at them in store if you do pop in. But importantly, we need to announce our winner. So luckily we've done this on a random generator online and Pamela Humphreys has won this card. Now I actually know Pamela, she comes to our lessons and she's really, really lovely. So congratulations Pamela, this one is here waiting for you. If you didn't win today, very sorry, but don't panic, we will be doing a competition again to win another one of my cards in the near future. I was really, really impressed with how many of you wanted to actually take part in that, so thank you for that. And we received some really, really wonderful comments about how nice they are, so thank you, that really does mean a lot. Let's take you off now and show you our sale items. Now, as I say, I have literally got over 100 items today, so I'm going to try and work through them as quick as I can, but not too quick, so you can write down the ones you want. We're going to start off with stamps. I've then got some dies, some embossing folders, some embellishments, some stencils, and some candy dots, even some peel-offs. So do stick with us as we work our way through this. There's going to be lots to tempt you with. So we're going to start off with the clear stamps. Now these ones are really lovely. We're going to start off with these. These are a £3.99 clear stamp and these are reduced to just £2. Now I love this bird cage. We've used this in quite a lot of our classes and I've done it with quite a lot of my personal projects. It's a really nice one as well if you like to do masking. You can pop different bits coming out from underneath or behind the bird cage. There's so many things you can do. That looks really nice if you stamp it on acetate and then put things or people even in the cages or behind them. Good for scrapbooking as well. This one is code 2810, was £3.99, now just £2. The next one, moving along, we have a large scallop lace design. Now again with this, it's quite an easy one to match up, so if you do want to continue it across the side of a page or down the edge of a card, it really isn't too hard to do that one with. This one is code 2710. It was £3.99, it's now reduced to £2. The next one we have for you is a background one and it's an all overs numbers one. It's completely random, so quite a few general uses for that. Might be nice for the back of men's cards or children's cards as well. Code for this one is 240T. Again was £3.99, now only £2. Now I'm going to do my best to read these ones for you upside down, but I'm pretty pants at this, so sorry in advance. But these are all verse ones. This one has 2 different verses on it, so it is actually divided. It's pre-cut, so you don't have to use them both together. The verse ones, these were £4.69, but they're reduced to just £2.50. This code is 246T. Now the first one says, dance like no one's watching, sing like no one's listening, love like you'll never be hurt, play like there's no winners, behave like mum's watching, give like you have plenty and smile. And then below that you have, you are somebody's reason to smile. I love that one. I think that's a really nice one for the inserts of your cards. Last time for our Christmas clearance, these verse star ones went incredibly quickly, so again, don't miss out on them if you do want to get in where you can. Moving forward, we have another verse one. This one is 238T. Again, was £4.69, now just reduced to £2.50. And these ones say, a day spent together becomes a memory to treasure, and then I will be grateful for this day. And then at the bottom here, we've got dare to dream big. Again, a nice one for the inserts of your cards, that one. And again, these are all split, so you don't have to stamp them all. Moving on, we have code 250T, again 469 reduced to £2.50. This one's nice, I can actually read this one, it's a bit bigger and I'm a bit blind, so I do apologise. Today is your day, and then life isn't tied with a bow, but it's still a gift. They're nice ones, aren't they? Lovely sentiments. Moving on, we have code 241T, again 469 reduced to just £2.50. And we've got you make me happy when the skies are grey. All you need is love. So many of my smiles begin with you, and love you to the moon and back. So they're quite nice ones again, aren't they? Moving on, we have another one, code 251T, same price again, and this one we've got a friend is someone who reaches for your hand, but touches your heart. Then we have a good friend knows all your best stories, a best friend has lived them with you. And I'm not even going to attempt the bottom one because that's far too small and I can't see it. But that's just because I'm reading it upside down, but it's a lovely little verse still. And then the next one is life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning to dance in the rain. And the code for that one is 243T. That's a lovely one for scrapbooking, isn't it? Just imagine little pictures of children dancing in the rain. Lovely little saying to go with those. And then your last verse, which I'm very relieved to say because I'm having a nightmare trying to read these, is code 249T, again 469 reduced to £2.50, and that one says, life is about all the pretty little things, and then be your best version of you. So they're nice, aren't they? Again, great for your scrapbooking or the Middle Z cards, or even your MDF projects if you wish to. Then we're going to come back over here and we're going to move up a price point this time. We are looking at larger stamps this time. These are or were £5.99 and they're just reduced to just £3, so proper bargain. This one obviously is free nesting ovals, which can all come out to be used separately, so you can do your little sentiments in them, pictures in the big ones. Again, really good for scrapbooking and card making. You could even cut out the centres of them to make frames if you wanted to, obviously. Got a little wording down here of happy birthday, with love, thank you and best wishes, added butterfly, and a little coin hidden away under there which matches in nicely. Code for this is 3200 and is just £3. If you like the idea of that one, we also have a rectangle one. This one is 3210. Same price again, was £5.99, just reduced to £3. No wording in that one, but a lovely little sentiment piece in the middle here for you to add a little sentiment on your card if you wanted to, or on your scrapbook page. Again, great for both of those. Then we have some very cute owls, and I love these. I think these are so pretty, and I love the way they've even given you the branches to put them on, and you've got the silhouette ones as well. So if you are doing them sort of distressed background silhouette stamping ideas, you've got a perfect one there for that. We've also got a little corner leaf bit here to match it all in as well. Code for this one is 308A, and it was £5.99, now just £3.99. Then we move on to a nice one for little girls, and again, scrapbooking might be quite nice with this one. Again, this one is code 3220, was £5.99, now just reduced to £3. The text says, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? You've got Glamour Puss and birthday wishes hidden down the bottom there. So really nice little stamps in that one too. I love the way with this one, they've given you little bits to put on the dressing table as well, so they've really thought about that one. Moving on, we have some nice gates. I know gates are quite in fashion at the moment, and this one has also got like your little lamppost parts here, and then even some little decorations to go with them. Code for this one is 4140, was £5.99, now just £3. And now we move up a price point. So this is our fairy one, and I like this. We've had some new fairy stamps come in this week, and they'd work really well in conjunction with those. We also have some fairy background papers that could work quite well with this. There is actually a card I've made with these a long time ago, but it just shows you that you can stamp them out quite nicely. And there's a few bits on here from that set of stamps. You've got the text going on this one, says make a wish. And for a special fairy princess is actually in the middle of your sentiment block. And then we've got love and fairy dust at the top here. So a really lovely set, this one. Code 2580, was £7.99, now just reduced to £4. Then we have a lovely bird cage. Again, this one works really nicely if you wish to with the large bird cage that we started off our stamps with. They really do work well, especially as I said earlier, if you want to do masking techniques and bits like that. Lots of different text bits in this one. I like this one. Always wear your invisible crown. Times like these are extra special. That's a really nice one for the inserts of your cards as well. Stop, smile, breathe. Life is beautiful. And then we have hidden at the bottom here quite a nice sort of lacy edge, which again you could quite easily match up and continue if you wanted to. Code for this one is 229T. Moving on, we have another one which is £7.99 reduced to £4, and this time we've got some nice big flowers and a really nice doily going on here. Quite a large doily, to be honest, so a nice effect you could create with that one. Code for this one is 2590. If you like the doilies, I have 3 more for you on this set. Same large doily with more of a distressed scripted part in the middle, so a bit more vintage this one. Then we have a smaller doily on its own, and then a heart doily as well. Code for this one is 2560, and again was £7.99, now just £4. If butterflies are more your thing, this one's quite sweet. There's 3 different size butterflies on this, which are really nice to stack together if you wanted to. We've then got a couple of borders, a couple of wordings, and a really nice flower as well. Code for this one is 206A, again was £7.99, now just £4. Let's have a look at some of the words on this one. What have we got? Thankful for the small things in life, and life is so much better when you are laughing. So they're quite lovely, aren't they? Another one to go in with your scrapbooking ideas, great for travel pages. You might quite like this for teenagers and men's cards as well. The travel theme can work quite well for those. And I love the cityscape silhouette at the bottom. Quite a few cards you could do with that. This one is code 2550, was £7.99, just £4. So it's a lovely one, that, isn't it? Moving to the top row, this is one of my favourites. I love this. This rose is really lovely to work with. And of course, we've got quite a large butterfly. We've got a tiny little clock in the middle there. These are actually dictionary meanings. I'm not going to read them out because we'll be here for a while. And then you've got a nice little sentiment too. Code for this one is 220T. Again, was £7.99, now just £4. Moving on, we have 2640, and I love this one. We use this one quite a lot. Come back here. I use this one quite a lot in our lessons. We've got quite a large style clock on here, and then we've got so very grateful for having you in my life. Again, really nice for your inserts. And then we've got lots of love and laughter and thinking of you, as well as a really nice border, and that does stamp out quite lovely. It looks really nice if you heat emboss that one as well. So really lovely set to work with. I'd highly recommend you getting that one if you are a stamper. Moving on, we have code 207A. Again, was £7.99, reduced to just £4. And we've got live a beautiful life, live, love, laugh, laughter and love, enjoy the little things in life, and then our memories. Of course, this one's a great one for scrapbooking with your our memories journaling block as well. And if you're not a scrapbooker, the others are really lovely, and you've got a gorgeous little butterfly in there as well. Moving on to our next one. Now, this is one of my favourites, and I do use this one an awful lot. Because of the butterflies are just so delicate and really lovely to work with. And then you've got You Are the Reason I Smile, and a really beautiful rose as well. I've actually got some of these stamped out and coloured, just so you can see these ones. These are actually the samples we have hanging in front of them on the shelf. And then behind that, I've also shown you how you can colour on ribbon with it as well. That's just the rose in the bottom corner here. If you've never seen colouring on ribbon, there is actually an introductory video to that, or a top tip video I should say, sorry, of colouring on ribbon, and we show you how you can colour on it or stamp on it with StazOn inks and then colour it with alcohol markers, and there's a few tips on that on how to get the best results from that. So that's a really nice set, of course, to do them styles with, but just a really lovely set for many ideas. Moving on, again, this one is a bit scrapbooky, so you might quite like this one. We've got the days of the week going down here. We've got a little calendar part. We've got a little tab with memories on, 2 or 3 butterfly stamps, little titles, and then we've got them little sort of divider bits and a date bar as well. Code for this one is 224T. Again, £7.99 reduced to just £4. Now, if you like the last one I showed you on a travel theme, this one goes the whole hog. We've even got Bon Voyage wrote in here, little compasses, anchors, we are here, let the adventure begin on a little postage stamp, escape, discover. Really nice set going on that one. That one's 233T, was £7.99, reduced to just £4. Then we've got a nice one for Valentine's Day, or of course weddings, anniversaries. You've got another doily heart. You've got Happy Valentine's Day down here. Thank you for someone special. I love you. All of me loves all of you. and you will forever be my always. So really sweet little verses in that, and some really nice pictures as well. That one is 235T. Again, £7.99 reduced to just £4. Continuing on as travel theme again. So this one, you've got a nice luggage tag. We've got travel notes, and we've got another compassy bit as well. This one is code 2610. Again, £7.99, just now £4. If you are a scrapbooker, this is a lovely one. This is a proper heritage one. Obviously, you've got a beautiful tree going on here, and then we've got really nice little journaling tabs as well to go with it. This one is 2530, and it was £7.99, just now £4. If you like the ideas of the days and the weeks and the months and bits that we show you in a couple of the others, you might quite like this because they're a bit of a different font and a bit larger, and then you've got all of the breakup bits for those as well. Tabs to even stamp them onto, and speech bubbles and bits too. This one is 231T, and again £7.99, reduced just £4. Last one of the stamps like this I'm going to show you. This one's 221T, and on here we've got special memories, make every moment special with the people you love most. That's getting a bit tiny for my eyes to read that one. Lovely moments, and then our story, and hello darling, and a little butterfly as well. So a really lovely little set for that one too. Now, if you are a scrapbooker, you may not have seen this on our Facebook page this week. We've actually announced that we're going to be running some new style scrapbooking crops in our Yarmouth store. If you are local to the area and you'd like to meet up with some fellow scrapbookers, it's a really nice idea that we're doing. Basically, you're going to get a kit. The kit costs you £10. The actual bits inside the kit are worth more than £10, and you get 3 hours on a Saturday afternoon to come in, meet like-minded people, use a few of our tools and glues and bits, and actually work with your kit. And then you can bring in your own bits as well if you wish to, or of course you can buy more from the store on hand at the time. But it's just a nice fun way for us scrapbookers to get together and share ideas and show you a few bits along the way, hopefully. That'll be hosted by Anna, who I'm sure a lot of you already know, but Anna's lovely and really welcoming and great at scrapbooking and full of ideas, and she'll be on hand to help you along the way. If you'd like to know more about our scrapbooking crops, then just look on the events page on our Facebook site, and you'll read all the details there about them. If you have any questions or you can't find the link, just yell and we'll post it up for you to get to. Moving on, last few stamps, this time something a little bit different. We're looking at layering stamps this time. Now again, on our Christmas one, these went incredibly quickly, but these are more general everyday flowers instead of a poinsettia like the Christmas ones. We're going to start off by showing you the border one because it's laid out really easily for you to see. You actually get 3 different stamps. They all layer on top of each other, so you can stamp them in 3 different colours and end up with really nice stamped effects that all layer up. Beside you here, you can see the 2 wreaths I'm going to show you next. These ones we've coloured on some of them, on others we've used different colour embossing powders to give you the idea how you can see that you can stamp each element in a different colour to give you that really well fitted together wreath style or border style. The borders were £12.99, they're now only £5. The border code is 922F. Again, I think that's going to go very quickly. It's a nice one to marry up and join up as much as you wish to. So it could certainly be used around your pages, around your cards, anything like that. Then the wreaths, as I show you on here, this is your large wreath that we're going to begin with. This is code 923F. Again, was £12.99, now just £5. And then lastly, we have the small wreath, which is code 924F. And again, was £12.99 and now only £5. I do expect them to go very quickly, so don't miss out if you like the look of them. They really did fly out the door last time, and these are so lovely to work with. We actually launched them on a showcase, probably a year or so ago, and we did lots of colours with them, and they really did turn out lovely, so I think you're going to enjoy them if you do get your hands on those. Moving on, let's look at some dies. So we all love a good die cut, don't we? So let's have a look at these, and these are really good prices too. So the first one I'm going to show you is our floral border. Now this is quite nice because it's got little butterflies in with it, but they don't actually stay attached to the flowers. They come off loose. So if you want to sort of make them hover above it, further up in the pictures that you're working on, you can do, or of course you can reattach them where you can see them down there. Code for this one is C17F. It was £9.99, it's now just £4. Moving on, we have a large flower one. This is actually cut out just below here. I love this cut out, and I really like the way the mirror board works on the black. Lovely die to work with and just gives you a really nice idea. And it even leaves you all these bits here to add little crystals to. I don't know how well you're going to see them on the camera, but we've added little iridescent gems to the top of them. Code for this one is C31F. It was £9.99, it's now just £4. And as you can see, it's quite a large die for £4, so you really are getting quite good value for money with that one. Moving on, this is one of my favourites. I love this. Again, we made this project for a video when we were doing glitters over the top of sticky back plastic, or double-sided sticky back, I should call it really. That is still available on YouTube if you want to go and have a look at it. But this is just a quick glimpse at the actual sample we made because of the die is now reduced. The die code was C30F. It was £11.99. It's now just £5, which again for a die that size is a really good price tag point and really lovely to work with. Really good as well if you like doing your paper piecing with different colours. There's no reason you couldn't build it up with other colours. We've just stuck to black and white for our sample here with a glittery background. But you could certainly put in the green for the leaves and the colours for the flowers and different colours for the circle if you wanted to, and really jazz that up quite a bit. Moving on, we have some really nice swirls. Now these are great because they're just perfect for virtually every occasion, aren't they? And if you are thinking of Christmas cards, a good swirl in the background glittered up can look really lovely too. This is code 4320, was £16.99 and it's now just £8. And you're getting an awful lot of dies for your money on this one. And this swirl's quite a large size. I'm going to show you this. This is the sample we've got done for that one again, and as you can probably see, it even embosses the little dots on here, which are really lovely if you want to go ahead and put little rhinestones or gems on top of them as well. It just gives you a nice idea of where you're going to pop them. And if you don't want them there, just simply don't emboss it, you don't have to, but it's a nice way to know where to pop your gems. Coming up, we have hot air balloons. Now I love this set, I've got to be honest, and if you do go for some of the travel stamps, this might be a really nice die to work with those. Obviously you get your large hot air balloon, your small hot air balloon, and then several clouds. This should be £22.49, but it's now just £10. Code for that one is 4260, and as you can see we've actually cut it out here in quite child sort of friendly colours, but you could of course make it a bit more vintage if you wanted to for men's cards, bits like that. So many things you could do with that one if you wanted to. Moving on, we have another doily. Now this time is our first die cut doily, but again works quite well with some of your stamp ones if you wanted to. The flower in the middle is obviously free, so you can cut that out and layer that quite nicely as well. They actually sort of fit together quite well if you cut 2 or 3 of them. You get some really nice effects with that one. Code for this is 702F, was £15.99 and is now just £7. Then we have an edgeable die. Now these are the ones that we often go on about. It means that there isn't a blade on one side of it. So there isn't a blade at the base or at the top as you're looking at it here. The blade runs across this side. So it will stay attached to your card. So when you cut it, if you want to cut it on like the spine of a card, this will actually then appear from behind the card and stand up. Or of course you can then cut off the edges and have it as a freestanding piece if you wish to. Code for this one is 7350. It was £5.99. It's now only £2.50. So whatever you're buying today, that's a really good one to add on if you're a die cutter, because you're going to get some really lovely effects with that. I know it doesn't always look so much here, but it really is lovely, and it embosses quite a few bits of these scrolls as well, and really does look quite lovely. I wish I had a sample to show you of that one, because I think you're going to really like it. At £2.50 you can't go wrong, can you? Moving on, we have a door. Again, quite a few things we can do with this. It's great for men's cards again, if you wanted to sort of dress it up as a garage door or a shed door, things like that. Don't have to, obviously. Many ways we could use this. Make a lovely Christmas door by hanging a wreath on it if you are thinking of Christmas. Code for this one is 7410, was £5.99, now just £2.50. So again, at £2.50 you can't go wrong, can you really? Moving up here, we have a floral sort of leafy corner. Code for this one is C13F, was £6, now just £2.50. And again, I can see that one done in sort of a square or even back to back to make like a medallion. So many things you could do that. You could even just stick a couple of die cut flowers on the top of it, couldn't you? Really dress that one up quite well if you wanted to. Again, I know with this one we're very limited, so if you like the look of it, get it while you can. Moving on, we have a nice flower one. Now this one you've got sort of like a heart style petal to it, and then it actually cuts the slits in between the leaves so you can really shape it if you want to. I imagine this one would work really well with the formable foam because it's not actually a lacy design, it's got a filled in design. So I think you could do quite a lot with that. If you've got the foam or you've seen the foam, that might work really well with this. Code for this one was 725F. It was $9.99. It's now only £4. So a really cheap die for your 3 different pieces. I think that one will go quick as well. Then, before we move on out of the die cutting world, we have some A4 embossing folders for you. Now, of course, this does mean you do need an A4 machine to use them, but if you have got one, these are brilliant and so many things we can do with them. It literally means you can emboss a whole A4 sheet of cardstock. So if you want to make boxes out of them, card blanks out of them, or just go on a matte and layering spree, you can. So much you can do with it, and they're so nice impressions. They really, if you look at this one, it really is quite amazing how beautiful they layer. This is a really nice one as well because it's actually got the bits in the middle of the lattices for you to add little gems or crystals if you wanted to. And you can see our sample has actually been done on gold linen card, but yet the embossing still sort of overtakes that and gives you a really nice depth to it. The lattice one is code EF1. It was $9.99. It's now just reduced to £4. If we step back, we then have a nice leafy lattice one. And this one's slightly larger in its pattern, as you can see by the sample. Code for this is EF5, was $9.99, now just £4 again. Then we have a sort of more Moroccan style lattice going on with this one. And again, we've done this on the gold linen, so you can see it's a nice impression on that one. Code for this is EF4, once again was $9.99, now just £4. And then moving down, we have another lattice going on with this one, and this is EF2. Was $9.99, now just £4. And in the middle of the lattice is a really nice little daisy head, which is just screaming out to have a little gem added into the middle of them as well. So really lovely folders to work with. The last one we have is this one, which is more of a sort of lattice with a little crosshatch part in the middle. Code for this is EF3, and that's our last one at $9.99, reduced to just £4. Again, limited stocks on those, so don't miss out, get them while you can. Now we'll move on out of the die cutting world and we're going to have a look at a few embellishments. So first of all, I have for you these stickers. Now these are literally border stickers, again good for scrapbooking because they are longer than 12 inches, so if you do want to use them for borders down your pages you can do. Code for this one is STICK1, they were $1.99, they're now just 75p. These are basically like a clear strip, and they've got all this sort of embossed gold work on the top of them, and they come off individually in lines when you wish to use them. And quite nicely with some of the thinner lines, they even give you 2 of the same design, so if you do wish to do top and bottom borders on your cards or your pages, you can. If you like the look of them, we also have a black version, different designs for this one, and they're actually a little bit more like they're sort of like made of felt when you actually take these off. They've sort of got that sort of felty texture to them. They're not felt, but they have that sort of feel to them. Code for this one is STICK2, was $1.99, just 75p. And then our last sticker style sheet is this one. Now these are actually a rub-on. So by that we cut round the part of the design that you wish to use, take a lollipop stick and rub over the top of it, and the foil will transfer onto the sticker and give you really beautiful gold flower stickers. This one's stick free, was £1.79, now just 75p. So again, you can't really go wrong for 75p, can you? There's certainly a nice one to add to your shopping basket, or if you are popping in store, you don't want to go home without some of them because they're going to be lovely, aren't they? Moving on, we have some buttons. Now, I always love these. They're wooden buttons with printed pictures on them, and I just think they're lovely for cards and scrapbook pages and home decor as well. If you are somebody who likes to do your MDF projects, I think these always make really nice handles for things. So if you have got little drawers and bits, they're perfect for that. You can, of course, even cover up the buttonholes in the middle if you want to, or use that and put a ribbon through it or a little pulley through it and dress that up even further. But really lovely button designs. These were £2.49, they're now just £1. So we've got a few versions of them. The first one is button 1, if you're going to order by using the codes. Then we have button 2, button 3 coming up. And then I quite like the next one. I think that's a lovely sort of mint greeny colour scheme with sort of lavender, I believe, on the front of that one. That one's button 4. Then we've got some nice damask patterns, which is button 5. Going back to the flowers for number 6. So this is code button 6. Birds are on button 7. And then we end with flowers again on button 8. And again, £1 a packet, we can't really go wrong with those, can we? You get so many in there. There's actually approximately 15 per packet, so less than 10p button, isn't it? I'm no good at maths, but a cheap button is definitely in there. And you do get different sizes, so again, you can really work with those. Moving on, we're going to look at some stencils. So this time we're going to start off with the biggies. We have 12 by 12 stencils we're going to start off with. So this is your large doily. Again, you don't have to use all of it. If you want to just do quarters for your cards, you don't have to start off and use the whole thing. But many ways you can use stencils, obviously with inks, paints, texture pastes. The list just goes on, to be honest. This one is Sten 1, so code Sten 1, was £9.49, now just £4.50, which for a 12 by 12 stencil is an incredible price. Moving on, we have a leaf design. So this is Sten 3, again was £9.49, now just £4.50. And then lastly in the 12 by 12 ones, we have another doily, and this one was Sten 2, and it was again £9.49, and is now just £4.50. So I don't know how you're going to pick between them, but they're lovely to work with, so I think you're going to have a lot of fun with those. The next stencils I'm going to show you, again, these launched for a showcase and were incredibly popular, so I think these will go very quickly. These are actually metal stencils, and they give you so many options with a metal stencil. They're slightly deeper than the plastic ones, so again, you can ink through them, you can use your stencil paste with them, texture paste, gilding waxes, gilding polishes, the list really does just go on. Or on some of the designs, or all of the designs will work, but some of them will work better than others for what you're going to do with it afterwards. If you have a die cutting machine that uses a rubber mat or a foam mat, you can even pop them on top of these and send it for and emboss them, just how you would emboss a die cut. If you've got one of the dies with the bits in to emboss, you can use these in the same way. There's no blades, they're not going to cut nothing, but they will emboss that pattern if you wish to. So some of them more than others will work better for that, but there's no reason you can't cut parts out if you wanted to from once you've embossed them. So on this one we've got a really nice sort of swirly border around one side, and then a bit of a flower border around the other side, and hearts in the middle. Code for this one is Sten 12. These were £3.49, they're now just £1.50. So silly money again, really good to have in your stash. Moving on, we have another one. This one is more of a leafy design work down one side, nice little medallion bit at the top, leaves down that side, and code for this one is Sten 13, again just £1.50 now in the sale. Moving on, we have code Sten 14, and again we've got flowers and some little twiddly bits, and again a couple of little like floral medallion bits. Sten 14, again £1.50. Then we've got more of a scalloped flower design going on. This one's Sten 15, and again only £1.50. Moving on next, I think this one will be very popular. Everyone loves the dragonfly, and this one's even got a nice tulip border in it as well. Nice flowers down the side of it. This one's Sten 9, and at £1.50, silly money really for the amount you're getting on these. Next up, this one would be a good one to do in your embossing machine because it is just a one-sided item, so could really look nice down the edge of a card. This one's Sten 11, and that's of course your border one. Border scallop, so really lovely. I loved that one when we got to the showcase of it. So many things you could do with that, really nice effects, and inking through these was lovely, so I think you're going to really like these if you do get your hands on them. Next up we have Sten 10, and this one again's got two different floral sort of patterns around it. Of course you can make these up into frames or just sides. So many ways you can use a stencil like these. I really think you're going to love these if you do get your hands on them. Then we're going to look at some larger ones, so we're changing price slightly here. The next few I'm going to show you were £4.99, they're now just £2. The first one again would be perfect if you want to use it in an embossing machine, because it will literally emboss that whole background panel and leave the little window in the middle, which you could then cut out with a craft knife if you want to create an aperture, or of course you can leave it filled in and add something into that instead. Code for this one is Sten 8, and as I say was £4.99, now just £2. The next one, this one's Sten 7, and again you've got sort of different corners for it to inking through and stencil pasting through. That one's really a lovely one to work with. I love how that sort of has that sort of twisted ribbon effect to it. And then in the middle we've got sort of smaller borders that you can use obviously as well if you wish to. Sten 7, that one, and again just £2. Moving on, we have Sten 5. Again, a couple of them larger style of corners. I love this sort of Art Nouveau one going around the side here, and then 3 little ones in the middle of that one as well. And again, just £2. Lastly, for your metal stencils, we have this one, and I love the daisies around here. They come out so well and just look really, really lovely. Really expensive looking style to those. Code STEN6, again, was £4.99, now just £2. I have a feeling they're going to go quite fast. I'm not going to lie, I think a lot of you will get on those quite quickly. Another one of your plastic ones before we move on. This one's a slightly smaller one. So this one's Sten 4, was £4.99, now just £2.50. And again, would go in quite well with them travel elements we've been looking at. Could be good for men's cards. Lovely background for a lot of styles. Great again for scrapbooking. So many things you could do with that. Lovely, lovely stencil. And lastly, I have lots of candy dots to share with you. Now these, I think, offer you one of the best savings of all of the items I've shown you on today's videos. All of the different candy dots I'm going to show you were £1.99 a packet. They're now just 50p. So you can't go wrong with that, can you? Candy dots, if you haven't seen them before, have millions of options you can do with them. You can pop them in the middle of stamped designs. We also have peel-offs I'm going to be showing you in a moment that you can actually just stick them in the middle of the gaps on the peel-offs. Or you can use them to create flowers. There's lots of YouTube videos showing you how you can fold and shape them to make up different rosebuds and stars of flowers. Or a lot of people just use them in places instead of using gems or pearls. So there's different ways like that you can use them as well. If you haven't seen candy dots before, they really are just like a cardboard cut out into a disc with a pattern on the top of them. I'm going to start off by introducing you to the Gingham ones. Your code for this one is Gingham Galaxy. A bit of a mouthful, I know, I'm sorry, but we're trying to give you the best codes we can to make this as easy as possible for those of you that order over the phone or via Facebook and YouTube. As I said, they were £1.99, they're now just 50p. In here you literally get hundreds of these dots, so value for money wise they're off the scale. You really are going to be able to get a lot of these out and play about with them and make different effects with them and not have to worry about how much they're costing you. The next Gingham one is Gingham Aurora. And in this one we have our reds and our blues. And then lastly we have, for the Ginghams that is, we have Gingham Celestial. And this one obviously we've got the blacks and the pink Ginghams instead. And again just 50p. Then we have little polka dot ones, blue and red polka dot ones. And this one's called Berry Bliss and again 50p. Moving up we have Ice Gems. And of course these are quite nice pastel colours, great for if you are going to make your flowers, or especially if you do want to use them instead of pearls and bits. Of course you can colour over the top of them as well, so especially with a design like this, they'd certainly take alcohol markers and inks and things. You can even stamp over the top of them if you wanted to add a pattern to them. There's no reason you have to leave them plain. So quite a lot of options you could do with those ones. Even if you are going to use pearls, to use that as a disc under a pearl might look quite special as well. So something along them lines you might quite like to do. The next one is Harbour Boulevard, so it's got quite a nautical style colour scheme going on in this one. Again, only 50p a bag. And then we've got one of my favourites. I love these. These are the Earl Grey ones. So in here you get a mix of silvered plain dots, which again we can dress up and colour. Or you've got these really nice cream ones with a little damask picture on the top of them, and I think they're lovely. Then we have More Than Words. So on this one we've got little worded bits, little scripted bits. Quite a lot of pinks and browns going on in that one to give you an idea of a colour scheme, but really lovely. And then we're going to move you back up here to this one, which I think will be quite popular, which is Butterfly Parade. And as you probably guessed, you get little hints of butterflies on different parts of it. Really lovely. Nice colour schemes going on in there. Quite a vintagey style. Then we have Bohemian Dreams, a bit brighter this set, so as you can see you're getting quite a few reddy bits, quite bright blues, even a few vintagey bits too, but quite a bright colour scheme in comparison to some of the others. Then moving on we have Time Flies. Now this one again has quite a lot of butterflies in it, but you're also going to get little bits with clocks and script, and yeah, really lovely. Nice set to work with, one of my favourites, that one. Moving on we have Scrumptious. Again we're going a bit brighter with this one, so we've got a lot more turquoisey and blues and pinks and purples going on in that one. So a little bit more of a bright one, but still quite vintagey, so not too bright and harsh. Then we have Code Blue. Can't tell you much about that one. The blue bit's probably giving it away. We have lots of blue elements with different patterns and pieces on them, but just quite a basic blue colour scheme with added decorations. Then we have Venetian. Now Venetian's lovely. I really love this one. You've got sort of turquoisey, dark blues, bits of gold, whites, creams all mixed in there. Really lovely to work with that set. Really Moorish, just delight for that one. And then, as I said earlier, we do have some peel-offs for you to work with, and these might give you an idea, if you are new to Candy Dots, of ways you can use them. These peel off as a complete image, and then where the circles are is where you can add your dots. So for this design, for instance, you could colour in glitter, paint, whatever you wish to, and then just add the dots that match over the top of those parts there to really tie it all in. Code for this one is 4678 black. This one does only come in black. The peel-offs were all 79p each, and they're now just reduced to 35p. So good time to get your hands on these, and especially when you can get your dots as well. Packet of dots and a peel-off, and what have we lost? 85p? Silly money. So good time to get them and stock up on them while you can. Moving on, we have our next set. Now this one is available in gold, silver and black. So your code for the black one is 4574 black. Then we have gold, 4574 gold, and lastly 4574 silver. Now as you can see with this one, you're getting 4 different floral flourishes, and we've got all different sized dots on the top here. So you can add your candy dots into the larger ones, and then maybe some gems, some rhinestones in the smaller ones. Or of course you could colour them or add glitter glue to them. Lots of ways we could dress them up, and lovely, just lovely effects you could create with them, and especially with the different colours as well. Good time to stock up on them too. Then moving on, we have another set of the floral ones. This time you're getting 4 different ones in there as well. We've also got quite a few leaves going on around there, so if you want to dress it up a bit more, you can do. This one again comes in black, gold and silver. Code for this one 4675, and then we've got black, 4675 gold and 4675 silver. The next one, quite a big floral piece going on these. You do only get the 2 elements to this, but at this price, that's nothing, is it? Good time to get them. 4457 gold for your first one, and 4457 silver for your second one. And then lastly, my last items I'm going to show you today, which do I believe bring us to 101 items in this video, so you've certainly got quite a lot of choice. These are your hearts, and I think these will go quite quickly because they're really beautiful to work with. Even if you don't want to use the candy dots, these are just lovely if you do want to fill them with gems and crystals and glitter glues and bits like that. Code for this one is 4256 red, and then we have the white one, which is 4256 white. Again, really lovely to work with if you wanted to add them onto acetates, mirror boards, bits like that. You certainly can. Just one of the nice things with the peel-offs, especially with the outline ones like these, it's down to you how you want to dress them up, and you've got so many options of what you can do with them. So if we just take a quick scan back over the whole tables, as you can see, I've really worked out today. We've actually filled all of my tables in my little workshop today with different items, just to give you a quick scan over all of the items you can get. As I say, these will go quite quickly. When we had our Christmas sale a few weeks ago, lots of items, I would say a good 60% of the items we show on that actually sold out on launch day. So don't dilly-dally. If you do want to get your hands on these, do it quickly. Now there are several ways in which you can order with us. You can take the codes I've been giving you throughout today's video, and you can pop them on our Facebook page or on our YouTube page. If you do order by code, please do let us know the store you wish to collect from. You can collect obviously from our Great Yarmouth store or our Lowestoft store, that's no problem. If you do order on Facebook or YouTube, please do, as I say, tell us the store, tell us the codes you want, and we'll get back to you the moment we've had the items held for you. You can text us your orders as well. We know not everybody likes to use social media, so if you do wish to text us your order, that's no problem. You'll find the telephone number to text is in the description for this video, so please have a read and you'll see that one there. If you do wish to talk to us directly, then you can do that between 9 and 5, Monday to Saturday, by giving us a call at one of the stores. Lowestoft is 01502 218 281, and Yarmouth is 01403 843 666. We're here all day, every day, waiting to talk to you, so if you do want to talk to us in person, not a problem to do that. You can also order online. We have our lovely little posters behind you here, reminding you that you can order on our website. Now, if you can either order on our website to have it sent to you, doesn't matter if you live down the road or the other side of the world, not a problem. If you do live in the UK, then if you spend above £35, P&P is completely free. If you spend less than £35, then P&P is one flat rate of just £2.75. If you do wish to have it sent to you internationally, that's no problem at all. Please check out our frequently asked questions page, and that will tell you all about how our international shipping works. We also have a click and collect feature on our website. It is set up that your click and collect orders will come through to Lowestoft and be collected from here. But if you do wish to collect from our Great Yarmouth store, that's no problem. Just tell us in the comments that you'd like to collect from Yarmouth and we can arrange that for you. It's not a problem at all. If you do the click and collect, it means that you can either pay offline, which it will give you the choice to do. You can pay there and then via PayPal or there and then via card. And I know a lot of you like to do that. And then once you've paid, obviously, you can come and collect it whenever you wish. If you do request to have an item held for you, then we do ask that it's been paid for by 5 p.m. on the following Saturday. So in instance for this week's showcase, payment will have to be made by Saturday the 7th of April at 5 p.m. Coincidentally, obviously that is when our offers end. So all of these goodies I've been showing you today will go back up to full price if they're left in stock at that point. So please don't hang about. You have 7 days or 6 days now to buy all of them goodies and get them as quick as you can. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've got a few things in mind that you want to get hold of now. And we will see you all again next week when we do our next Sunday showcase. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.